in the world is body doubling? Not to worry if you're unfamiliar, and no, it does not involve cloning. ADHD coach Linda Anderson defines the practice of body doubling as creating a physical anchor, a grounding presence that keeps the distracted individual planted firmly in their seat and on task. And I don't know about you, but I am totally a distracted individual who could use some physical anchor or grounding presence and may need a little help staying in my seat from time to time. And I and many of my clients have found the practice of body doubling to be very beneficial as ADHD moms and ADHD entrepreneurs. That's why on today's episode, we're going to discuss what body doubling is, how it can be helpful for those of us with ADHD, and some ways to body double when you're struggling to get stuff done. But before we dive any deeper into today's episode, in case you're new here, I'm Christy Lingo, the ADHD Mompreneur. I created mom-centered executive function supporting coaching programs specifically designed for ADHD mom business owners looking to build a successful business while managing their busy family life. To learn more about how I could help support you in building the success that you know is possible, visit my website at theadhdmompreneur.com. You can also sign up for a free, no obligation 15-minute clarity call where we discuss what your goals are and how I could support you. So what is body doubling? By definition, body doubling means to work simultaneously on a task or project that you find frustrating or boring alongside another person. If you've ever noticed that it's easier for you to get work done if you go to a coffee shop or co-working space, or if you actually go into an office to work, or it's easier to study at a library, take a group exercise class, or join a running group in order to train for a race, or if you find it easier to fold laundry when your family is sitting around, you may have experienced the benefits of body doubling. There's just something that helps to jumpstart our motivation and task initiation when there's other people around. And just to clarify, your body double isn't someone that is working on the same thing or someone that is there to help you with the task or project that you are working on. In fact, there are times when you may be utilizing body doubling when the other people involved don't even realize that they're helping you, like working at a coffee shop or watching a YouTube Clean With Me video. Body doubling is merely setting aside a specific time with a specific person to work on a specific task. I know, it may sound a little too good to be true if you haven't actually tried it before. And while there is no specific scientific research or evidence into how and why body doubling works, there are some pretty good anecdotal reports that are out there that help us to understand why it is so helpful for those of us with ADHD. First, it provides a sense of obligation. Seeing as many of us with ADHD tend to be people pleasers, we definitely wouldn't want to waste someone's time if they've agreed to work alongside us. The presence of another person or people, either online or in person, can provide an anchor that stimulates something in your ADHD brain that says, you know what, I really don't feel like working on all this tax stuff right now, but Mary did agree to body double me, so I should probably take this time and actually work on this. Obligation to others can also provide a form of accountability, which we have discussed previously can really help those of us with ADHD when it comes to activation and motivation. Because many of us with ADHD struggle with motivation or task initiation, especially if that task or project is something that we find boring or unstimulating, it may take a little bit of extra oomph for us to get going. Body doubling can help provide that extra oomph because A, You've set aside a specific time to work on a specific task or project that you're struggling with. B, it may be easier to get started because your body doubling session is typically limited to a specific amount of time. And C, we feel obligated to do what we've said we were going to do during the scheduled body doubling time. In most situations, body doubling is going to work because you are setting aside a specific time to work on a specific task or project, and you feel a bit of accountability or obligation to the person that you've set aside this time to work with. And speaking of helping body doubling to work for you, let's wrap up today by giving you some places or examples of how you can incorporate body doubling into your work and home life. Number 1, go someplace public. While it doesn't exactly meet the traditional definition for what body doubling is, if you take your laptop to a coffee shop or study at a library or go into an office and work alongside coworkers, you can experience the same benefits to task initiation and motivation. I spent this past fall writing most of my podcast episodes at my son's swim practice. And I will say that when I stopped going to practices, it did get a little bit more difficult for me to make the time or motivate myself to write those episodes. So if you're sitting at home, staring at a blank screen, struggling with where to start, grab your laptop and head to a coffee shop or a library or some other public place where you can get work done. And if you need a bit more accountability, you could always try asking a friend. Scheduling a specific time to work on a specific task with a specific person is the literal definition of body doubling. And if you're struggling to start or work on a task or project, you should check to see if you have a friend or family member who could body double you. You'll want to make sure that you choose someone who will aid in your productivity as opposed to provide a distraction while you are catching up or discussing the week's events. The body doubling itself, whether in person or online, shouldn't serve as a chance for you to play catch up or socialize. But the great thing is, if you do have a willing partner, you have an amazing resource that can help you to complete tasks or projects around your home or for your business that you might feel a little less than enthusiastic about. And remember, body doubling is not about working on the same thing at the same time. You could be folding laundry, they could be doing the dishes. You could be planning social media content, they could be replying to emails. Pick a time, pick a task, pick a partner, and go. And if you don't think you have a friend or a family member that could serve as a body double, you could also try online videos and live streams. While I hesitate to encourage anyone with ADHD to go on to TikTok or YouTube while they're trying to be productive, there actually are several really good videos and live streams of people that could serve as a body double for you. If you search for body doubling or work with me or clean with me, you may be able to find a whole host of videos or live streams to pull up on your phone or your computer or your television that can serve as the someone is watching me push that you need in order to start a task or get a task done. But if you feel like you might need a little bit of actual human interaction in order for it to work, you can also try online body doubling subscriptions. If you've tried out some of the methods I suggested before, or you're looking to try a little bit more of body doubling in its truest form, there are a whole host of online body doubling subscriptions that you can check out to find one that works for you. There's FocusMate, which provides one-on-one sessions, and you can join up to 3 free sessions per week and subscribe for unlimited sessions. Or there's Flow Club, which offers focus sessions pretty much around the clock where you can choose the type of session you want based on length, similar goals, no talking if you just want to work, and so much more. Or if you're rewards motivated, you can try Deep Work, that's work without the O, where The more you book and complete a session, the more rewards you can earn, helping to gamify the productivity process. I'll be sure to link to all the options I just mentioned, along with a really great article from Giulietti called 7 Helpful Body Doubling Apps and Websites in 2024, down in the show description if you want to check them out. And while you're down there, I'd love to answer any questions you have to see if body doubling is something that would be right for you. So leave your question or drop a comment about what you would like to see on a future episode in the comment box below. And who knows, you may just see your topic when I return from my summer break. And speaking of summer break, you're going to want to make sure that you have hit the follow or subscribe button, because even though I won't necessarily be bringing you brand new episodes the next couple of weeks, I will be coming out with 31 tips for us ADHD moms as we head into back to school season and wrap up our summers. So until I return with those back to school tips, keep making your ADHD journey part of your success story. See you soon.
If you're a business owning mom with ADHD, you're going to need to grab my free customizable essential checklists for ADHD mompreneurs by visiting bit.ly/checklists for ADHD mompreneurs or by following the link in the episode description. Do it now before you forget. Until next time.